In America, everyone counts, and the 2020 census is how that great promise is kept. Respond today online, by phone, or by mail, and help inform hundreds of billions in funding for education, health programs, and more. Shape your future. Start at 2020census.gov.
And when people also sit out here and say, well, you know, we should be making demands, we should be making demands. But let me be real clear. He ain't listening. He don't care about nobody black. In fact, in the About What We're book, he was, if we have that video, let me know if we have the video, where he was asked about the whole issue of black pain and suffering and about white privilege. He was like, I'm sorry, you drank the Kool-Aid, Bob. Listen to this.
Hey, but let me ask you this. I mean, we share one thing in common. We're white, privileged, who my father was a lawyer and a judge in Illinois, and we know what your dad did. And do you have any sense that that privilege has isolated and put you in a cave to a certain extent, as it put me and I think lots of white privileged people in a cave, and that we have to work our way out of it to understand the anger and the pain particularly black people feel in this country?
No, you really drank the Kool-Aid, didn't you? Listen to you. Wow. No, I don't feel that at all.
Of course he doesn't feel that way, Reese, because he's benefited from white privilege. He is the embodiment of white privilege.
He's a white supremacist. I'm not going to steal Erica's line because I think she says it better than anybody. But I mean, he is the white nationalist president. This is a person who actually has tried to roll back diversity training in the federal government. He calls anti-racism, curriculums anti-American. Okay, so are you saying that it's American to be racist? I mean, obviously, Dr. Carr would say absolutely, and we would all agree on that. But this is a person who was all about white nationalist power. The privilege is something that he believes is his birthright. So this notion that privilege is something that he is insulated from or some sort of negative is completely foreign to him. And he has conducted himself in that way. He truly believes that he is superior because he's white, and that there's no need to understand the plight of black people because black people are inferior to Donald Trump. And he has, like I said, through his racist housing, through his treatment of his employees, through his actual policies like child separation, the Muslim ban, his racist criminal justice policies, he has made it clear that he does not give a damn about black people or Mexican people or anybody who is not a white male.
It's understanding how a person, first of all, how they lead, what their perspective is. There's a piece right here in the New York Times, Erica. Go to my iPad. It says, in encounters with black leaders, you should be able to see it. Says, in encounters with black leaders, Trump has chosen photo ops over substance. The president claims he's a champion of black Americans, but those who have tried to work with him tell a different story. I've sat in 2 meetings with him. Donald Trump don't give a damn about black people.
Yeah, never has. And I think Reese laid it out so plainly, for people that need to really hear kind of broadly how he's demonstrated that outside of his own words. And we must remember that Donald John Trump, the son of a Klansman, because his father was in fact arrested at a Klan rally, it's the same person that entered the body politic in the early 1970s because he, along with his father, the Trump Organization, refused to rent their particular units to people who were black or brown or people of color, even going as far as having people to note that on these applications, if that person was colored, so to speak, meaning black, that would be noted on their application, so they would not have to rent out to that person, or they wouldn't rent out to that person. So he was taken to task by the Nixon administration's Department of Justice in the 70s at that time. So when we think about that and we roll it into when he took out ads in New York publications to say that he was calling for the death penalty to come back, and specifically around 5 young Black children, teenagers, who were exonerated, having said to have done harm to a white woman in Central Park. And now here we are. This is the same person that has always been. And so for him to say that he does care about the Blacks, he cares about those 2 or 3, that small percentage that will do his bidding, that will say, well, he's been a good master. And we saw that during the Republican National Convention a couple of weeks ago with their select Blacks that were featured throughout programming. So bringing it back home, Reese said it. He is a white supremacist. He believes himself to be supreme and all other white males to be supreme over anybody else. It's not hard at this point. What we're talking about is common sense or willful ignorance on the part of people who don't believe that Donald Trump is, in fact, a proven racist.
All right, folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment. All right, folks, Seek.com is a Black-owned company founded by Mary Spiel. They have a couple of great products for you. First of all, these are amazing headphones right here. These particular headphones are Bluetooth, tremendous bass, 360-degree headphones, 4D. You can use this for gaming if you're playing video games. Also, of course, listen to music, videos, you name it. And Greg, yeah, they're great because they're in our colors, black and old gold. So that's kind of important. Then, of course, they have the virtual reality headset here, which allows for you to pop your cell phone right into here. You can watch the content, the virtual reality content right there on Seek.com. You think you're sitting in the room, guys? Put the graphic up, please. You think you're sitting in the room, and so again, what you should do is be able to use the. You can, like I say, watch the content, or if you have a 360-degree camera, I have a 360-degree GoPro. You're able to watch that video as well with this particular VR headset, and places you right there wherever it was. All right, to get it, simply use the promo code RMVIP2020, RMVIP2020. Go to Seek.com, CEEK.com, and so we certainly appreciate them being a partner here with Roland Martin Unfiltered.